Kuma Juna here, and today I'm going to be reading chapter 1100 of One Piece. The title is called Thank You, Bonnie. And the cover page is a request by, of course, Noda Skywalker. Sanji cooking vegetables, making Usopp nostalgic about those. Okay. Because like the Usopp pirates are all like Pimang, and like their names are like onion and pepper and carrot, right? Gosh, it's so weird. And Oda does it anyway. Notes, I've been having a hoot watching the preliminaries for the M1 Grand Prix. Oh, there's a few duos I'm rooting for. I hope they make the finals. Sometimes these things remind you that Oda is also human and he enjoys the same things that we enjoy. Okay, I'm afraid I'm here on business. Man, it's Kizaru. Man, it's cold. This place sure is a far cry from Punk Hazard. At the future location of Egghead. Just you wait, the future will be born right here. My head is overflowing with ideas. It's honestly hard to think straight. That explains how you missed it. What do you mean? You really should have checked every nook and cranny of the lab when you moved in. Navy Admiral. He's already an admiral by this time. How many years ago is this? 8. How old was Bonnie? Like 7? It's 5 years ago. Borsalino. The government frowns on secret backroom deals with pirates, you know. Okay, you got me, Borsalino. There's like a world government snail just spying over there. They probably saw what he talked about with Kuma about experimenting on him in exchange for treating Bonnie. I hate it when you get like this. Come on, I'm just doing my job. Ex Drake. Yes, Drake. Okay. I always say ex Drake, darn it. This is interesting. So Drake was there at that moment. It seems like he's still part of the Marines. Would he have been a part of Sword at this time, though? Would this event that happens actually change his mind and he becomes a pirate, and yet still with Sword? But that, like, if you're with Sword, you're technically still a Marine, right? But you're just like off the grid, and if you're lost or taken or whatever, they're not gonna look for you. I never thought I would see Drake here, like, of all people. It's irrelevant if you consider him an ideal candidate, Vegapunk. This man is a pirate with 296 million on his head. Maybe that's why he agreed to be a Shichibukai. You can say you were ignorant of that, or simply admit you don't care. But making a fugitive the face of our clone program is out of the question. It would be an affront to the Navy's reputation. With that in mind, we have 3 additional stipulations if you want us to honor this deal of yours. This is Saturn, right? Like the looks of the snail. Firstly, Bartholomew Kuma, you must agree to become one of the 7 warlords of the sea. Of course, he agrees. A few days ago, we found ourselves a member short thanks to the exploits of a rookie named Ace. So Ace defeated like a warlord? Who? It caused great turbulence in the pirate world. Someone of your caliber would be a natural choice to fill that opening and calm the seas. Our second condition is for you to undergo procedures to become a human weapon for the Navy. Are you talking about modifying my body? Precisely, you already have all the traits required to be an effective warlord, so you'll become a paragon of fear for pirate scum, far and wide after you receive your enhancements. So it was actually the government who suggested all these things to him. Like Vegapunk wanted to kind of like experiment on him. Well, he did want to clone him to make the pacifistas, but then the government are now giving like the conditions for him to like, okay, if we do this, you have to do all these things. I still don't like Vegapunk. Is it just me? I second that. The Navy would love to have you on our side. Can it, Kizaru? That's him getting mad? Like Vegapunk? You see my point. But that's not all. You aren't like other pirates, Kuma. We are well aware of your history with the Revolutionary Army. If you accept our offer, we must take precautions to ensure you never turn your power against the world government again. Which brings us to our third and final condition. It's like him forgetting everything, like removing his memory. Like, how can you offer something like that to someone? Of course he would say yes, though, because he's so kind and he's doing this for Bonnie. Like, that's just so evil. I mean, I'm not surprised. That's the world government. You must agree to give up your free will and sense of individuality. Like, how can you ask someone to do that? Basically telling him not to be human anymore. Because we're technically human because we have free will. If you don't have that, then you're not. I'm telling you, like, Saturn is Bonnie's dad. Like, this is why he's... Because, like, what he's doing to Kuma right now, it's like he has a grudge or something. Like, I'm thinking like K-drama plot right now. But maybe it was obvious that Bonnie only loved one man and it was Kuma, and she would talk about him all the time, and Saturn hated that so much, and I don't know. Because he's clearly targeting him. Like, it makes sense, like his offer and like the conditions of it, but it's like he's mad or something like that. He agrees though. If Vegapunk is mad, Saint Saturn, that would be tantamount to killing him. This is because none of the other warlords follow orders, isn't it? If you snuff out all the humanity left in a cyborg, you'll have nothing but a robot. Do you really expect me to murder a man? I don't know, Vegapunk. I don't know. You're still very questionable in my mind. Like, I don't know. You forget yourself. You're a military scientist and you have no right to talk back. These conditions must be met if this criminal wishes to save his daughter. You guys are the ones who got him sick. Got her sick. It's just... dang. Like, look at Kuma. You technically can't even see his face, but he's like covering it like this, right? And just the sweat and like the veins, the frown, you can just feel like what he's feeling at this moment. It's like it's a small price to pay considering how expensive and difficult this procedure would be otherwise. I have no obligation to help this girl. I hate Saturn, man. This is murder. It would be perverse to modify a human like that. I won't. Vegapunk, please do it. Kuma, I've been worrying all this time, thinking it might be impossible to save Bonnie. I can't imagine, like, what would make me agree to say that, okay, you can take my humanity, take my free will, I don't mind. Like, I mean, I don't have a child of my own, but would I do that? If I have my own child and my child is dying from a disease, like an incurable one, but then somebody says that they can cure my child, would I agree to be not human anymore? I don't know. I don't have a child. But what happens to your child then? I feel like doing that would be irresponsible as well because, okay, fine, she lives, but she doesn't have a dad anymore. And then she's going to blame herself because he did it for her. And wouldn't that be irresponsible to leave her behind, like sacrificing yourself? Oh, you know what? I don't know. I can't say. I don't want to say that I won't do it because I'm really not in the same position as Kuma is, but I don't know. I can't say. Kuma. He says, I'm so grateful. I'll happily accept any fate so long as Bonnie is cured. Man, look at Kuma's so darn nice. Come on, man. Why are you so kind? She's not even your real daughter. Like, oh my god, this dude is just too much. He's so kind. Look at Kuma's face though. We've never really seen Kuma as a human. We've seen him as like a cyborg. And then him completely losing his sanity, right? Like you can't even see his eyes. But like, just look at this face. It's so human. He's so kind. He's just... Damn, Kuma, damn. You know, it makes so much sense now why Kizaru was the one sent over to Shabondi. When Luffy was there and then Kuma appeared. They all have this history together. And it just made so much sense why Kizaru was there. Like, He agreed. Happily agreed. And so Bonnie stayed there. Vegapunk, how long will it take you to finish Kuma's modifications and cure his daughter? Dealing with the software scales will take 6 months. But it'll take an extra year on top of that before she can be exposed to natural light. That's a total of about a year and a half before she's cured. Kuma's modifications will take 2 years at minimum. Thank goodness she really will be all better by the time she's 10. How can we trust you to remain obedient after she's cured? Your daughter is our only leverage here. I have no intention of running. Be that as it may, the world government will have to take custody of her once her treatment is complete. She'll be free after you follow through with the erasure of your personality. Evil. But that would mean Kuma won't get to see Bonnie after she's cured. Exactly! Saturn is the dad. I'm telling you, he's just so jealous of Kuma spending time with his daughter. Correct. His modifications will commence immediately. It'll be an ongoing process as he starts his tenure as a warlord and helps the government tame the seas. After his daughter is cured. So when does Bonnie get cured? Any contact between them will be forbidden to ensure they don't escape. If there is any hint of defiance from any of you, I guarantee she will spend the rest of her life as a slave. I want to say bad words. Like, you see, he knows exactly what triggers Kuma. Like, he says, like, slave, because he knows, like, Kuma is a slave, Genie is a slave. And so that's, like, that word itself, like, would trigger Kuma, would shake him up. He knows. It's just too tragic. I want to see Luffy. Oh, when we come back to Egghead, like in the present, I want to see Luffy punching Saturn, like with everything he has and just dragging him to the ground. Like, man, let's do it, Luffy. Come on. Please. Oh, that would be so good though. I won't try to see her. I swear I only have one request. Don't tell Bonnie the truth. She can't know about her illness or that she's being kept as a hostage. I don't want her to wake up after her surgery in some soulless government facility. Take her back to Sorbet. You can keep her in a church where she grew up. If you can grant that one request, then I promise you I won't seek her out and I'll obey without question. See, that's the thing. Kuma is thinking about Bonnie and he wants Bonnie to get better and to live longer and be happy with her life. But what does Bonnie need? Bonnie needs to be with you. Bonnie needs a parent. Bonnie needs time bonding with you. That's what she wants. She doesn't want to be alone. Like, live longer, but then she's alone and her dad would die. Like, she doesn't want that. If you ask her, she doesn't want that. It's just a manga. It's just a manga. Sometimes I get too invested in these things. Darn it! Hey. Very well. It makes no difference where she's kept, as long as the government oversees it. Looks like we have an interesting 2 years ahead of us. Bonnie will be staying here for the next 6 months. Really? So you're staying with me? That's right, they think I may have come down with something too, so they need to run some tests. Snap, that means we get to be together, yay! Oh, this weirdo is in tomato. But see, listen to what she says. That means we get to be together. Because really, they don't get to spend a lot of time together when Kuma was in the Revolutionary Army, or when he's like fighting like their government or whatever. They don't really spend a lot of time together. And like, look what she says. That means we get to be together. Yay! That's all she wants. Of course she wants to live longer, but not if in exchange of that, her dad would die. I don't think she would want that. That's rude. Just trying to look at these people roaming the place. Wow, this place has so many windowless rooms. Yes, but be careful. There's all sorts of dangerous gadgets around here. That's it. I can create the weapon of my dreams now. Damn it, the brainwaves won't stop. Someone needs to write everything I'm thinking down. If only they could eat and use the toilet for me too, I'd never have to stop. I'm so short-handed, it's maddening. I just had another eureka moment. This is going to keep me as busy as a beaver. This is the same cat-related idiom. I don't even remember. That was 1062. I don't remember what that is now. I wish there were 5 more of me. So he does create more of himself, like clones. Kuma undergoes tests. Bonnie undergoes tests. Dang, so Bonnie and Sentomato were really close. Daddy! That's such a cute picture. It does look like him, though. That's so funny. And they're sleeping. They're getting tested on. Cargo ship. They are over at Egghead, right? Bonnie eats food. Kizaru's over there too. Kizaru, Kuma, Bonnie, Sentomato, and Vegapunk. These people all have a history. They all dance to the dun 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 dun. I still can't replicate like the the drums of liberation, but dun dun dun. Half a year later. Okay, the results are good. After a year of rehab, you'll be completely cured. Really, Vegapunk? Really? Thank you, Vegapunk. Yeah, thanks. Once I'm all better, can I come and visit? Of course. Kingdom of Sorbet. Kuachi, Bonnie-chan. It's been so long. Are you finally home for good? They said I'll be all better in a year. Then I'll finally be able to go outside. Is that right? That's fantastic news. You always said you'd be fit as a fiddle by the time you turn 10. Does this mean I'll be taking care of you again, Bonnie? Granny Connie. So Connie is a real person. Yeah, she was in the other chapter. We would be more than happy to take care of her, Kuma. Yeah, you can count on us. Member of Sorbet Royal Family, Queen Dowager Connie. Thank you. I'll leave her in your hands. I'm still a pirate after all. If I stay, it won't be good for the kingdom. I don't think I'll be back for at least a year. What? That long? I'll write you tons of letters. Okay. The next I see you, will both be able to sail the seas and reach the horizon. I can't wait. But you're gonna lose all your memories and your free will by then. I want to travel to all sorts of places together. I'd love to take you. I really would have loved that. Give them a happy ending. Come on. Okay, Vegapunk would redeem himself if he did not completely, remove Kuma's free will. If he did something behind the government's back, something like a switch or whatever that changes Kuma back, then he would redeem himself. I'd be fine with Vegapunk. Just give them a happy ending. Come on. Yeah. Please leave the rest to us, Kuma-san. Who's that? Cyber Paul, number 8, Intelligence Agent Alpha. She looks just like Khalifa. Direct romanization would be Alufa. Alufa, Khalifa. They must be related. I don't know. I'm a nurse. The doctor ordered me to take care of Bonnie-chan during her recovery. I'll check her temperature daily, make sure she takes her medicine, and monitor for any changes. My name is Alpha. Nice to meet you, Bonnie-chan. Why does Bonnie look surprised? No suspicious individuals will be allowed near her during recovery. Please remember to bring identification with you if you plan on visiting. That's such a pain. And what's that building you're putting up in front of the church? They're just randomly building something. Those are our accommodations. Paul, don't forget. A child's skull is such a fragile thing. She crushed whatever that is. I understand. I'm not coming back. Thank you, Bonnie. I'm so glad you were born. Don't do this to me. Come on. Really? Dang. And that's their goodbye. Just like that. He just says, thank you, Bonnie. I'm so glad you were born. I'm not gonna cry. Take care. The pirates of the world were utterly shocked when the infamous tyrant Bartholomew Kuma suddenly became an absolutely obedient member of the seven warlords. Young master, there's a new warlord. Sugar, Dofi. Kuma the tyrant? Sounds like another villain has come into play. What Dofi? What do you think? There's Robin. I couldn't care less. Have you taken care of those idiots who spotted our rainmaking ship yet? This is referencing the hidden ship from chapter 212. Crocodile Mihawk. He looks as big as Whitebeard. Kobe, who do you reckon is stronger, me or him? You, of course, I'll be that sama. Wow, Kobe, you've come a long way. Ace! So they finally found a replacement. That's great news, Jinbei. Considering the circumstances, you're the last person I'd expect to say that. I'm still reading the details about him. He's a former king. This is on top of the reigning king we already have in our ranks. The pirate world really is changing. Does he mean like Dofi as the king of Dressrosa? Their business doesn't affect us. I follow no man's orders. There's Boa. Princess, it's essential that you keep track of information like this. Moria. They say he's a paw-palm man. That doesn't exactly sound frightening, doesn't it? Well, he's already a warlord, so he's got to be strong enough to make the cut, Moria-sama. Now Dragon's like, what's going on? Why would he be a warlord? We know Kuma. He's not gonna do that. Don't the warlords answer directly to the government? That's Sabo. Kuma-san would never work for them. Dear Bonnie, I'm still at sea as I write this. I've become quite well known and it's getting harder and harder to sail in peace. But I'm doing okay. Kuma's sail. I'm doing my best to find interesting travel destinations for when you turn 10. It'll be a long journey to deliver this. Please take care. I hope everyone back home is doing as well as I am. There's Luffy back in his village. Uh-oh, I made him mad. Bartholomew Kuma, come in. You have new commands from the government. What is your current location? I'm in the East Blue. What are my orders? What? What happens at this time? I don't know what the timeline is anymore. 10. This was like Luffy looks older, maybe like about 14. 5 years ago. It can't be 5 years ago. You have new commands from the government. What did Kuma do over there? Why, yeah! Is there a chapter next week? Oh my gosh! What happens? He's in Fuchsia Village. That's obvious because of like the windmills. I'm in the East Blue. What are my orders? What happened? There was like nothing that happened around that time. But wait. This would be about 4 years ago because Kobe was in Alvida's ship for 2 years, right? Before Luffy found him. So then he was... What happened around this time? I don't know. I don't know. I know what happened. Oh, okay. Okay. Dang. Have to wait another week for this. But dang, I really hate what they did to Kuma. And that he's just way too kind and accepted all of that for Bonnie. Like, I don't know. It seems right now in the present that Bonnie has accepted it. Like, it was painful when she saw the memory. But she's accepted it and she's looking at it positively now, but she hates Saturn. She attacked him. Like, it's all your fault that happened to Dad and all that. But I really think Saturn is the dad and he's just being so bitter about Kuma. That's why he did all of this. Why did Kuma agree though? And it seems like... So Dragon didn't know. Even though he was the one who sent Kuma to Vegapunk. Excuse me. I assumed that Vegapunk would have given him the rundown. I don't know where Vegapunk stands in all of this. Like, what the heck, Vegapunk? Like, I don't know, man. I'm just excited to read the next chapter. There's so many things. Like, there was Drake in the beginning too. Like, I don't even know what's gonna come up. Like, I never thought East Blue would, like, come up. Are we gonna see Luffy's mom? Did something happen? Kuma caused it, and, like, Did they meet before, like Luffy and Kuma? Like, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Anyway, have to end this. I hope I can read the chapter when it comes out during the weekday, but I'm not hoping much. My schedule is just weird like that. Probably gonna be reading it over like the weekend, but whatever. It's gonna be there. I will be here. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if there's anything that I've missed, or like what you thought of this chapter as a whole. Just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.